Thank you all for attending the Jackalope's best party ever. You guys made it happen.
Hey, welcome to DrunkCast Live.
How you doing, everybody?
Episode 105, I guess.
Is this officially 105?
Let's say this is 105. This is going to be available as a full download because I think we're going to have some good content today.
I hope so.
But it's also a special event. This is DrunkCast Live. So I'm Travis.
I am Dylan.
We're DrunkCast Live. We're a podcast that takes place in bars and restaurants all over the world someday.
As you can tell by our glorious backboard if you're watching on YouTube.
Yes. This is obviously very good wood at a very good bar. It's a place in Austin, Texas called the Jackalope. The Jackalope is a restaurant and bar, very huge, large selection of beers and drinks and food. Great food.
Personally, I think it's the best former Bob Popular of the bars that are former Bob Popular.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Bars,
That's true. Look that up.
Yes, no one will get that reference, but if you do,
If you get that reference,
You
call
should-
412-440-7468 or 412-440-SHOT.
and tell us you understood that joke.
And tell us you understood the joke, and then we'll take you to Bob Popular someday. And if you got that joke, then you didn't get the first joke.
This.
So anyway, we're hanging out at the Jackalope because the Jackalope's having a very special event. This is the,
Yeah.
I guess it's not a.
What's it called again?
It's not officially Lone Star.
It's the Shotgun for Fun.
Shotgun for Fun. It is an event that's taking place here on the back patio. We are lucky enough to be, and you'll see from this footage.
We'll cut away. If you're watching.
Yeah,
you'll
if you're
cut it.
watching.
If you're listening, you're not going to miss. Well, you're not going to really get it.
No,
but
I guess not. But we're far enough away so we can see the entire action as it happens.
and hopefully we'll not get any beer on us.
And hopefully not get any beer on us. Which, whatever.
That's always a plus.
That's always a plus in my book, too. I mean, it depends if I'm going to a... I can't think of one time when I actually won all that beer. But yeah, called the Shotgun for Fun. It's an event where we're going to try to get as many people at the Jackalope as possible to shotgun a beer all at the same time for Guinness Book of World Records. And Guinness will be officially looking over the data and there's going to be stuff and signs and paperwork and et cetera, and they have invited us to come and watch it.
Jackalope is invited.
Jackalope has not Guinness. Not yet. They don't answer my phone calls.
But someday they will.
Someday.
Respond to my letters.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe you'll get a Guinness Book of World Records for the number of letters we've written them to actually pay attention to our podcast.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I'd love to do a
cross
tour.
your fingers.
I want to do a tour of the Guinness facility. I think that'd be awesome.
oh yeah, sure.
Like if we get people to, I don't know, give us some money, we can do that.
And if you're listening and you want to do that, then let's do it together.
If you want to give us some money.
If you want to give us some money, whatever. So we're actually doing this a little earlier, waiting for the. Again, if you are watching the video, you'll see that nothing's happened yet. But we're just waiting for the crowds to come in. It doesn't really officially start for another 30, 20 minutes. So we decided to hang out and just talk about what's going on.
We got balloons,
We got some balloons,
which will not be on camera.
which will not be on camera
or heard on the radio.
You'll see it on the Facebook page, which is at facebook.com/DrunkCastLive.
Is that where you can find us?
Yes.
Where else can you find us?
You can actually find us in a lot of places. You can find us at DrunkCastLive on Twitter, if you like Twitter. You can actually find us on the iTunes store, the Zune store, if you want to put that stuff in Google. We're there. And then, of course, there'll be links, I'm sure, somewhere.
Yeah.
And then a YouTube channel, youtube.com/DrunkCastLive, I think is what it is.
I believe it is. That's what it is, yes.
And
I hope so, anyway.
if you're already watching this on video, then you're plucky enough to figure that out. So,
Yeah.
yeah, come on, Mike. Come on. Yeah.
Yay.
So we're right in that spot. There's only one person, and that was the one person who can interrupt us. The rest of the
That's
night's
okay.
going to be...
He works here, so
yeah,
it's
he
all
works
right.
here. It's fine.
He allows us to be here, so.
Yes.
Thank you to the staff of
Yes.
Jackalope.
Thank you to the staff of Jackalope.
I'm sorry we
especially-
inconvenienced you by getting in your way for allowing us to be here.
And it should be really, really good to be able to... if anything else, they're going to say, we can do this, we can have a good time, and...
Yeah, no, they've been cool.
And
We've done
document it, yeah.
we've done a couple of events here. We've done South by Southwest a couple of times.
Yes, a couple of times, yeah.
We were here, well, episode 104, we were here for...
yeah, the last episode,
2
if you're
days
listening
ago,
to the
we
last
were
episode, we were
here.
brunch, yeah. So there's not a lot of
We've
topics
done
that
the
have happened since then.
occasional brunch cast here, but
Yeah,
Jackalope's been really good to us, and I'm sure we pimped out a billion times. One of the reasons is because the greatest bartender ever,
Yes.
your girlfriend.
Yes, my girlfriend. One of the best bartenders, if not the best bartender of all time.
And not because she's your girlfriend, she actually is one of the best
Oh,
bartenders
no.
ever.
I mean, that might have been some of the reason why, I went after her in the first place. She was the best waitress I'd ever known. Then she became bartender, just made sense. But yeah.
It just flows right into
It just flows right into it, yeah. She's a very, very hosty person. What can you do?
Yeah. She makes an amazing cherry press, I'll tell you that.
So how were your last 2 days? I guess as the part of the intro
Well,
segment.
for those of who were listening, you probably don't know this as much. You heard us talking about how tired I was.
Yes.
For those watching, I feel sorry you had to see me because on the video it adds 40 pounds of bag under eyes. I look as terrible as I felt in the video, but I just kind of. Well, hey, when you do a show called DrunkCast, eventually you get drunk.
It catches up to you. I mean, there's
And
not even
sometimes you just need a couple of days off. And I took a couple of days off, and I'm fine now. I'm ready to go.
that actually adds to. So if you're listening to this, like I understand, the name itself it might sound a little bit one way or the other. You don't have to assume that we're always going to be drunk, but you can definitely assume that we'll always have a hangover, no matter how far we get. Because even up at the point where we're recording, we're getting tipsy, we're having a good time, we're talking to people, but we're not the kind of podcast that wants to push people over or scream about sports in someone else's face or anything that's like stereotypically bad drunk. We're not bad drunks, right?
No.
I mean, but yeah, once in a while it does catch up to us. And so Saturday night we usually record. We decided to do it on a Sunday because we wanted to do the brunch thing. Usually what would happen is on Saturday night, knowing we would have to wake up early for brunch, we would then go to sleep early.
But we didn't do that.
We did not do that. Not one fucking second of it. Because
So
we were bored. Because we...
Well, you get so used to going out on Saturdays to go to the show, like really like 6 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what do I do now?
Yeah, they had nothing
Well, I
else to
guess
do.
so. Go to Don's.
Might as well go to Don's. And if you're in the Austin area, might as well go to Don's too, because it's one of the best fucking bars in the world.
Home of Tammy.
Yeah, home of Tammy. One of the best cocktail waitresses, because I don't think Andrea's ever been a cocktail waitress, but whatever. We only go to quality places so far. And now, if you're listening to this and you like what you hear and you live in another city in Austin, or out of Austin, excuse me, or if you live in Austin and you have a place that you think is just as good or even better than Jackalope or Don's, email
Tell
us
us about it,
Yeah,
yeah.
tell us about it. Again, 412-440-7468, or you can send it to questions@DrunkCastLive. So we're going to do a bunch of shit. We're going to hang out, and we're going to wait a little bit longer for things to actually start to pick up. So we're going to take our first break.
Yeah.
And in our second segment, we'll talk a little bit more about news, mostly updates on what we talked about on Sunday, because not a lot of news happens in 2 days. But
Maybe surprised.
yeah, you'd be surprised, America. You would. You, America. Especially you, Cliff. Anyway, we'll be back after this.
Yay.
Break.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah.
To the big show.
Once more into the breach.
Once more into the
abyss.
Into the beach.
Into the bottomless pit of my liver.
So we're still hanging out. It's around 6 o'clock, I guess. We're waiting for more people are starting to pour in. As you can probably see some of this footage, if you're watching the video, as we point to.
Insert cut here.
Yeah. I'll tell you now. There's at least 30,000 people here. No.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
30 or 40, I guess. Like
Not as
kinda
big as our
waiting
usual audience.
for- Oh yeah. It's paltry actually. No. Yeah. We're still hanging out. We're still waiting for stuff. So I guess we should probably give some updates on stuff that happened.
Yeah. Was it the honey boo boo thing? I didn't read the article. What was up with that?
So if you listened to last episode, or if you didn't,
Well, they haven't yet.
It's still going to happen.
Or will they?
Honey Boo Boo. Honey
So
Boo Boo.
Honey Boo Boo, and we deemed either Cooter or Skeeter, whatever his name was.
Yes.
Apparently-
TLC has canceled the show.
Yeah, but apparently Mama June,
Yeah.
or Mama Samamakis, whatever, I don't know.
Sure.
Her and Skeeter separated. Mama June hooked up, apparently, allegedly,
Right.
with a convicted child molester who was convicted of abusing an 8-year-old girl.
Ugh.
Class act.
Yeah, class act. So allegedly dating, but he was not allegedly abusing. He is definitely a.
Oh no, there was.
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
saw any. There was nothing that was indicating that he didn't hurt Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, my understanding. Oh no, not Honey Boo Boo specifically. My understanding that he was convicted of sexual molestation charges against an 8-year-old.
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
So he is definitely a scumbag.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or
Yeah,
buts.
Father of the Year.
Your father of the year. And then Honey Boo Boo's mom, June, started dating the guy. And again, like we postulated on Sunday whether or not that's a very easy thing to break the ice with. Like, hey, I don't know who you are exactly. I found you on Tinder. You
Are you a registered sex offender?
have you ever touched a child inappropriately? Like that doesn't come up, I think, very often.
Do you like Sketty?
Maybe eventually, yeah. Do you like Sketty? Which maybe he misunderstood. Maybe Sketty is something else.
It's a safety word.
It's a safety word. So they found out about that, and then they pulled the plug. And I guess it's good in the same kind of Duck Dynasty way.
That's still on though, unfortunately.
It's a law.
It's still no. That show is still on.
Oh, well, it came back. So
No, Dark Dynasty hasn't been canceled at all. It's still on.
Oh, I thought there was a. Oh no, they only pulled the person. One of the.
Yeah,
They only
yeah.
pulled the grandfather who was
Yeah.
racist. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama. Yeah. So I was reading a little bit on entertainment because you know how I love my entertainment news. Eldest Honey Boo Boo daughter says she was a molestation victim. So,
I missed a call.
Who's from?
Nobody.
Oh, good.
I guess I really didn't miss a call then. It wasn't the shot line. Don't worry. You can still be first. You can still be the first one to leave us a message in the shot line.
Yeah, 412-440-7468. That's 412-440-SHOT. So anyway,
Honey Boo Boo. Yeah.
apparently, the eldest daughter. Now, okay, here's the thing. When you have a reality show, I don't know if any of you are reality show stars.
I'm
Listening to the show. I mean,
I don't know. I don't
know. Maybe at least one.
We have a diverse audience.
It's more than zero, probably. No, probably not.
We're in Germany's favorite podcast.
That's true. The one guy who listens to podcasts in Germany listens to our show.
No, that's a reality show where one German guy listens to
Oh.
podcasts, and he is the one German guy who listens to our podcast. That's just part of the show.
You know, I'd DVR that. I'd watch one episode. I don't know if I'd watch all of them, but at least as an option. So, the thing to understand about reality show, as far as I can extrapolate, is that I'm sure that if you're a reality star, you probably kind of get used to it or you hate it. So you either step way away from the public eye, or perhaps you want that energy.
It seems that most people kind of go the other. That they go toward the light.
They go towards the light.
Yeah.
So eldest child, Anna Marie Chickadee Cardwell, who's 20 years
Chickadee,
old,
okay.
told People magazine Saturday that McDaniel, 53, is his full name, Mark McDaniel,
Mark-
which if you live right next to him, you know him.
Let me mark as Gonzo. Garbanzo bean.
Mark, yes,
Yeah.
Marie Garbanzo Bean Cardwell said that he tried to touch her and all that stuff.
And all that stuff.
So you heard it here first, obviously.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. So the reason why I brought up the preface is possible too that she was just looking for the limelight, I guess, again. But let's not go ahead and dismiss it entirely. Like, we obviously have a dude who is a scumbag. I mean, he's a scumbag.
Yeah.
When she was 8 and they were dating. Oh. Interesting.
There's no pretty picture to paint with this brush.
No, absolutely
the whole
not.
thing is just kind of nasty and.
And it's really unfortunate because
Yeah.
I've actually been a champion. I say champion very lightly, folks.
Well, you've always spoken fondly of the fact that
June,
Mama Boo Bear,
Mama Boo Boo.
Yogi,
Yeah.
has been very open about saving money for Honey Child.
Honey Child,
college.
specifically, yeah.
I guess for her Virginia Tech Barbizon School of Beauty
Yeah.
college fund, right?
Yes, exactly.
But at least the money's there.
Shooting for the midlife.
Hey, if you can do nails, you can do anything.
the money was supposed to
Child.
go to her life, and it was supposed to go to college, whatever was going to happen. She was really good about saving that extra fucking money, and it's also helped the show for them to
you want to
live.
say you want to believe there's at least some part
Yeah.
of this woman who is not bad.
And that's why I bring up the fact that maybe she didn't know. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say she didn't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long they're dating.
Well,
And if you have a problem with what I'm saying, you can call us at 412-440-7468.
we badger you enough.
We will badger you enough. You just have a ticker at the bottom.
Call now.
Can we do a graphic of that? Just the
Yeah, I can do that.
ticker, just like call this, please. Call this, please.
We can do that. We have the technology.
The other thing I guess that happened because we've been talking about Marvel movies,
Yeah.
Marvel news, and how much Marvel can be Marvel in Marvel
actually,
Town.
it was I think 2 episodes ago where I flat out said, "Doctor Strange, go fuck yourself." I'm paraphrasing. I'm quoting myself.
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
know.
You can do that.
Yeah, well, I'm.
Yeah. If you can
without-
Google yourself, you can
I
paraphrase.
wasn't plagiarizing myself. I was, but a couple weeks ago, I did come out because I've been. My thing with Marvel movies or any of the movies, the comic movies.
Yeah.
My fine line of much like I bitch or don't like certain characters, I'll watch movies. I like movies.
Sure.
But my fine line with the comic realm has always been magic.
Oh yeah, that's
And
true.
as soon as they
That's true.
say
That's true.
magic,
Yeah.
I say
And-
fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Just go fuck you.
Yeah.
But now what has kind of got me a little weird is that they announced yesterday, I guess, that our own B. Cumby,
Most possibly,
but
not 100%, but most possibly
but the idea that Benedict Cumberbatch
could be Doctor Strange.
and that hurts
Yeah.
because
Yeah, because you don't want that character to exist in that realm,
magic
right?
is stupid.
But miracles and mutants are okay.
Yeah. Well, mutants are okay. Miracles don't exist.
Now, I will have. There's two little side stories for this. One that's most related to this. One of the biggest fans of our show. We love him. You love him.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum. Well,
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum was actually he's a big fan of Neil deGrasse Tyson. So, Jeff Goldblum, big fan of our show, loves Neil deGrasse Tyson, and Neil deGrasse Tyson had a show about superheroes.
Did he?
And he, one of his fans asked the question: is it possible for a super soldier serum to ever work? And he said, nope. It's absolutely impossible. There's no way to change the genetics of a person to allow them to increase their muscle mass without the muscle being completely pointless. It would be cosmetic only.
Huh.
Interesting. It would be worth pushing forward a little bit farther. But, so my point is, essentially everything, especially from the most basic, because there's no one more basic than Avengers, in the Avengers than Captain America, is also impossible. So magic is just as impossible, maybe? I don't know. I'm not going to actually try to postulate that question. Postulate, I keep using that word.
But the idea, like Doctor Strange as a character, his whole jam is magic. It's not mutation. It's not serum. It's not science. Even pseudoscience. It's not even science fiction science.
Yeah, sure.
His jam really is magic.
Well, here's another side weird story, if you like some weird stories. Adventure Time, if you've ever watched or know about the Adventure Time, is a show that... Hey. No, it's fine. The orator, the person who's going to be running the thing, just asked if balloons were getting in the way of our video. So sorry for the interruption. Adventure Time is a character on the show who Adventure Time is a cartoon for kids that's really dark in some really way. It's for adults too. That takes place in a world that may or may not be post-apocalyptic Earth many thousands of years later. One of the characters is a piece of candy whose hair is made of gum, who is all science and believes that magic cannot exist. Okay. And she believes that every single spell or anything that happens in magic can be completely explained with science, but like super science, like crazy science. Like if you're going to use a spell of ice, then it's really just religion that separates science from a miracle, right?
All right.
So I understand where you're coming from because it does get hokey. Like, the hokiness factor does get really turned up.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you specifically, well, if you believe in Captain America, but I say, on the table, perhaps. Now, my problem is, Keanu Reeves should be Doctor Strange.
I don't know the character well enough. But we mentioned the other day, I like the idea of Keanu Reeves playing a character
in that realm
of the little that I do know about that guy. Yeah, I think it works. But then you throw B. Cumby, and it changes things.
It does change things.
It gives him like presence. Now Doctor Strange is like a real character who actually you can pay attention to. Very
interesting presence. Now, okay, so a lot for me personally, and maybe for you too, audience.
Dear listener.
You might want to reserve a little judgment until we see at least more than 2 or 3 things with B. Cumby. So far I've only seen Sherlock.
Which is awesome.
I've seen Star Trek Dark, whatever.
Yeah. Which is not a great movie, but he's good in it.
He's good, but he's kind of playing Sherlock.
He's not Montalban good, I'll tell you that much.
Sure. But he's actually playing kind of the same character. Like, he's got a one note, and he plays that note very well.
That's his note.
That's his note. Just like Tom Cruise, just like Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And if you like it, and I'm not trying to really shit on a person because to say that one person's like Jim Carrey doesn't mean that they're as obnoxious as Jim Carrey. If you believe that, I'm a big Jim Carrey fan. Whatever.
So B. Cumby is to Jim Carrey
as Tom Cruise is to himself. Oh yeah, I think. Whatever.
Is to Will Smith.
If that's wrong, if that syllogism wrong, please call us 412-440-0748. That's 412-440.
Are they going to put a ticker like in the bottom, like how many times you pimp each other out? Like, like the South Park episode with the shit episode.
Oh, the number of shits. Like, yeah. No, that's a piece of curiosity. I like the idea. Now they did, as part of the more movie stuff. Did you see? You see? Okay, Civil War is definitely a thing.
Okay.
Carnage and Mayhem, or Carnage and Venom.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, cool. Okay, so if you like it, if you know what it is, then you might be excited about it.
412.
You know who Venom is, right? Without going too far into, you know who Venom is, Spider-Man villain?
Yeah.
Carnage is the baby of the symbiote that Venom is, who can exist without himself, but then meets a psychotic serial killer. And they join forces, and it's just exactly what people have been wanting since the Spider-Man thing has happened.
Oh, yeah.
But that's stuff that happened today. Like, people are getting really excited about it. Civil War specifically.
Okay.
Like, yeah, should be good. I think. I mean, I don't know.
We'll
It's
find
probably
out.
in like 2035 because that's the way this shit's working. Whatever.
I'm waiting for a Flintstones reboot.
Okay, so who would play Fred?
Anybody well, we've already had. Well, actually,
Barney should be played by the guy who plays Watson from Sherlock.
that would be good.
Martin Freeman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's a little bit of trivia for the Game of Thrones fans out there. Who's the big fat the first kid, the king from the first?
Oh, the first Baratheon.
Yeah,
Robert Baratheon.
Yeah, he was Fred Flintstone in the second Viva Rock Vegas.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow. I
Yeah.
thought I knew him from somewhere that I hated.
Yeah. But he was Fred Flintstone in the terrible sequel.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, as opposed to the good original.
Do you think he would come back and reprise that role?
Well, the first one it was John Goodman,
Yeah.
who was I think perfect for
Pretty
it.
great. Rick Moranis, I think, was the perfect Barney.
Yeah.
If I gotta say.
Was he? No, I thought Stephen Ball. Maybe Stephen Ball was Barney in the second.
In the second one, I'm pretty sure of that. I'm pretty sure of that.
Although he was a really good Barney.
Was he really?
Well, he's kind of
Baldwin?
dumb. Yeah. No, one of the Baldwins. Whatever the blondish one is.
Rick Baldwin,
Sure. But Barney Baldwin.
Thomasina Baldwin.
Yeah. Barney Baldwin.
Yeah. He was born to play that role.
But
yeah.
Robert Baratheon was Fred Flintstone.
So we still need to find a good Fred Flintstone for a reboot then.
Yeah.
Or let's change subjects and let's say if we were going to reboot the Munsters, because we're sticking to these old cartoons and old TV shows and
Yeah,
stuff.
because apparently no movie can be made that's original anymore.
No,
it has to be
for
based
sure.
on something from the '60s.
Have they done it with Gilligan's Island yet?
I thought there was talk about a Gilligan's Island movie.
thought so, too.
And somebody was like famous was supposed to be Gilligan. That was interesting. We need to go back to the tape on that one.
I could say Michael Chiklis would be a great skipper. Does that work for you?
Not Michael Chiklis, the other guy, the guy who played Ben Grimm, the Thing in the Fantastic Four movies.
I thought it was Michael Chiklis.
Is that Michael Chiklis? Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
See, he's
Yeah.
perfect. He's such a good actor, we didn't even know he was doing something else.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's actually a character in American Horror Story now, which is weird.
We'll have to go to the tape on that one, though.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, I remember like a month or two ago, there was talk of a Gilligan's Island reboot.
Do you like the idea of the Gilligan's Island reboot? Or why don't you call 412-440-7460? I mean, operators are not standing by right now. But we will take your voicemail, and we will try to remember what the hell we were talking about
I
when
believe
you called.
operators are waiting to get a beer for the shotgun thing that we're doing.
Which looks like it's filling up, as you can probably see from this footage,
You probably,
if you're on video again.
or you can hear the music got louder because apparently the music has to get 40 decibels louder for every one person who walks through the door.
That's science, though.
Yeah.
That's bar science.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll tap for that later.
Yeah, we'll tap for that later. No, you've never heard that before? That's actually part of the...
Oh no, but I don't.
okay.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
But here, in particular, they I think they shoot their wad a little bit early on when they jack things up and how loud it gets.
No, it looks like people are still having a good time. Got a couple of numbers. Like, you obviously have some people who are hanging out waiting.
Okay, let's go to the clip.
You probably see Hannah Love walking around. Awesome lady. I won't point her out to you, but if you know who she is, then whatever.
Or if you're listening, you won't care.
But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it's getting there.
So far, so good.
Not quite the 400 people they were hoping for.
Not yet. But we'll stay optimistic. I think I see Freddy Krueger over there. That's weird.
Hey, Freddy Krueger.
Hey, Freddy Krueger. Hey,
man.
have you seen it? Have you heard this?
Well, it is Halloween? No.
Yeah. Oh, this actually would come out by the time, after Halloween. This would be the second or third. Anyway.
Sure.
What else do we have in the segment?
Honey Boo Boo.
Well, Honey Boo Boo's done.
Yeah.
DC and stuff like that. Oh, look at that. Person walking around with a GoPro.
The person walking around with a GoPro, which is fine. Which we'll go to the clip for watching.
Yeah.
Now, here, if you are a video subscriber and you're seeing the GoPro, you'll notice for some reason, I'm not sure why, on the back of that GoPro is the floaty back, so in case it falls in the water. But we're at a bar and it's on a stick. It's not going to fall into any water.
She's planning ahead.
Okay.
What do you think is important?
In case it falls into an ice. Well, I guess it's going to be messy later with the shotguns, so
Right.
maybe there'll be a pool of
It should be
suds.
A pool of suds by the time that we're finished.
Just like, when
that is
you're
a DrunkCast promise.
Just like going to Cozumel for spring break.
Right.
Or Cancun.
Right.
Pool of Suds. Yeah.
And if you want us to come to Cozumel with you for spring break, you can
call
412-7468.
Batman.
We're going to take another break, and I'm going to get another Lone Star and hang out and wait for the craziness to continue.
Yeah.
And we'll be back after this.
Yay.
Break.
Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody.
Hey, enthusiasm.
DrunkCastLive. Hey, enthusiasm. Segment 3 of the show.
Is this the fighting third?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's make sure we're still fighting.
The fighting 3.
Make sure we're still fighting.
We're fighting for Lone Star. We're fighting for freedoms.
The most American of things to fight for?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at least Texas American.
Oh.
As Texas as it could be. If you're listening to this and you don't know what Lone Star is, and you should ask me, you should call me, 412-440-0468, and I'll send you some beer. And maybe you can send me some.
We can't send you beer.
Some German stuff. I mean, we won't actually. Yeah. We'll fax you some.
Yes. We will fax you beer.
Yeah. And I'll send you maybe some bottles of nothing. Anyway, so.
But Lone Star is the national beer of Texas, right?
I just cut my. Oh.
Yay, tetanus.
I just cut my thumb on my shorts. I don't know.
How is that even possible?
I have that collection of thumbtacks there in my pocket, but
it's like a Diamond's Gym video game token or something.
No idea what just happened, but there it goes.
Hey.
Anyway, so this is segment 3. So we did a show on Sunday. If you like the show, you've been listening to it, you know this. We've heard another show. So particular topics, maybe not so much, but I do have to ask you, Dylan.
Yeah.
As
the only person here.
Well, right. Well, we can ask the crowd.
No, we don't want to engage them right now.
I get in front of a sellout crowd and yell out loud. All y'all get the hell out now.
So it is your microphone they're using tonight, so.
It's true. So the question is,
anyway.
So we're here for a shotgun event.
Yes, we are.
The goal is to get as many people as possible. Oh, it's Jackalope's goal to get as many people as possible to do a shotgun
for a Guinness Book of World Records of most people doing a shotgun at the same time.
Which is pretty incredible. I guess there were some rumors that it's happened already, but Guinness hasn't had anything to do with it. If it's not on the books, then it fucking count. That's the answer.
To my understanding, those who we do know, of course, the aforementioned Andrea, the best bartender ever who works at Jackalope.
Ever.
Jackalope they did their homework. They actually emailed or called Guinness like a month ago.
Yep.
And as of a month ago, it had not happened yet. And no one had claimed this record. So that's why they pushed forward on it.
So my question for you, Dylan.
Do I shotgun beers?
Not do you shotgun beers.
No.
Have you ever been part of something like this before?
A
big event?
Where it's like a Guinness event or?
A Guinness event? Have you ever known someone close to you? Okay, there we go.
Yes, I have.
I knew it would work.
Yeah, I have. If you listen to the show, you would know this by now because you would be a long-time listener. Ergo science.
And if you're a first-time caller, you can call 412-440-7468.
I'll personally leave a voicemail on your machine. Yes, on your machine, not on your phone. I will call your answering machine.
Yeah.
I'll page you, and I'll tell you all about it.
He won't replace the voicemail outgoing message. What he'll do is he'll replace someone else's voicemail asking you to do something, I guess.
Yes. But a few years ago, 2010, I was at the rally to restore sanity and/or fear.
Oh, that's true.
And
in D.C., right?
Yeah. And the Mythbusters kind of started the whole thing off. And one of the things they did was they were doing the most number of people in a consecutive place to jump up and down and like thump on the ground.
Great.
And it was, well, depending on what numbers you saw, it was either 225,000 or 4.7 billion, one or the other. But it really was. But the least number that I think anyone will go, yes, that was the number, was about 225,000 people,
sure.
or more, but around there.
Right.
But yeah, they got everyone to jump at the same time.
Yeah.
And land at the same time, and it was the coolest thing ever. It measured on a Richter thing.
Yeah.
And the sound was so amazing.
It actually pushed the Earth just far enough out of orbit
that caused global warming.
That we separated. It caused global warming.
I did it.
It separated. Yes. You were there. You were very important to killing all of us. Thank you.
I'm very important for a lot of reasons. Mostly, I'm known for causing global warming.
That's funny. I was just curious if you had an ancillary relationship with someone who's done that before.
Yeah,
I've never never.
Well,
had
now
anything to
Guinness
do with
didn't.
it.
I don't think Guinness documented it anyway, but I was involved with a mass event.
Yeah, sure.
And I swear, the thud that we all made was the most amazing sound I've ever heard in my life. It really was. It was so distinct, and it'll stick with me for a long time. That whole event was amazing. But,
Sure.
But yeah,
Even Kid Rock.
not Kid Rock.
Okay.
Actually, that's the second thing. So, great dichotomy of sound.
Yeah, sure.
So we had the Mythbusters guiding us, saying everyone jump at the same time, make a massive thud all at once. That was an amazing sound.
Yeah.
The next most amazing sound was the complete sound of silence
Oh, yeah.
of 225,000 people or
Yeah.
4 billion people ignoring Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow on stage during their duet. Crickets were dropping pins and going, "Hey, I heard that."
Yeah, my friend from Chicago, Adam, was there too. He found that really surprising because it was a secret guest. No one knew who was a secret guest was supposed to be.
We all thought it was supposed to be Springsteen.
Springsteen would have made no sense.
Yeah,
and there was a lot of interesting stuff that happened.
It was,
right?
it was really amazing.
And then the big special guest was Kid Rock.
And I swear,
I guess Jon Stewart's a big fan of Kid Rock.
No, I think he could get Kid Rock. I think that was the problem.
Surely more people could be part of that. You
But
know? I mean,
the deafening silence was truly special.
which could be its own Guinness Book of World Records, really.
It could be.
Somebody,
Least interested people at rock concerts.
thousands of people cried out loud and in silence.
Yeah, it's like the disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
It was the destruction of Alderaan and then Kid Rock playing a concert. They're in the same level.
Same level, yeah.
If you're a Jedi, yeah.
If you're a Jedi. Well, I mean, everyone who listens to this show, it has to be a Jedi.
I think it comes with the territory. Yeah.
So, I guess the other question would be then, so you obviously were part of something massive like that. What's the closest you've had to essentially this kind of party atmosphere when you have this many people all shotgunning a beer? Because tubing trips, as far as I've gotten,
tubing was what I was going to get to next.
Yeah.
Because looking at the crowd, cut here for video watchers.
Right.
This actually might be the same number of people who were on that tubing trip we were on a couple of years ago.
That's true. Yeah, because it was 2 or 3 years ago. It was for a buddy's birthday. Friends of the Jackalope, as we are here. It was his birthday, and we successfully had 78 people.
Yeah.
No drama, no problems.
Yeah, amazingly.
All floated down the river. They all had great time with each other.
It was
Everyone
a lot
got
of fun.
home.
Yeah.
And it was incredible.
Yeah,
and,
it was a good time.
But that's the way we do these things.
And
Especially
there was a couple of points where, we're tubing in the river.
And you stop.
Tubing.
Tubing.
It's 2 O's.
2 O's and an apostrophe at the end.
Apostrophe and tubing. And there were several times when I know the gang just said, nope, pull over right now. And everyone just kind of stops.
Yep.
Gets out. And I know the most I saw was probably about half the crowd.
Yeah.
Shotgunning a beer at the same time. That was about 35 people or so.
Yeah.
And you, of course, you can shot if you've not seen this or heard about this or Leno this or whatever.
Talk about my past.
Once upon a time, this man next to me,
Past.
he could shotgun a beer faster than anybody I've ever seen in my life. Galactus style. Just suck the life force right out of it.
You know what the key is?
Oh.
No self-respect.
That'll do it. Yes.
The right size hole and enough gullet. And that's the thing, too. Well, I mean, you have to welcome it in, so... they're taking pictures of people, but we wind up being in the picture anyway.
Relax the throat.
Yes. Well, you act like you're swallowing for 2 seconds.
Oh.
And then I'm done in half that time. Oh, yeah. Whatever.
But you are quite good at the shotguns.
College stuff, high school
you
stuff.
were. I know you're retired.
I retired, you know.
That could be a good movie, though. If they want an original idea movie, not Flintstones or I Dream Genie related.
Yeah, nothing a title or
but
triple
the
A.
idea, it could be a good indie film. Maybe a Sundance release. Toronto Film Festival, maybe Toronto Film Festival.
Yeah,
Actually, Toronto would be good because that way you could theme it Toronto-wise.
Thirsty Tim Dursty.
Yeah, sure. Patent pending. Yeah.
Patent pending.
Hey, Dixon.
We can make this happen. Hi, Dixon. Yeah.
But the idea of a retired Labatt's beer champion.
Yeah.
Coming out of retirement.
Especially in Canada.
That's why I said Toronto.
Yeah. Of course. Sorry, they took a second to register.
It's like, no, I can't do that. My day job now, managing a Tim Hortons means too much to me. I can't come back out,
Yeah.
Can't get back out.
Yeah.
I gave it all up.
And
I just can't do it, I just can't do it.
Did you ever see, speaking of things in Canada?
Yeah, I've been there.
Because you know Trailer Park Boys?
I've never seen Trailer Park Boys. I know of it, though.
it's a show that's actually worth me trying to feed you certain episodes that you want to.
I have several like things in my queue waiting, and I've been told it's pretty worth watching.
It's one of the shows that if you watch it from the beginning, it's like it's so kind of hokey in certain ways, but it's like the same things they're doing are very funny.
Yeah.
But it kind of like it's a way I want to like punch in like focus on this one thing and say this is what's good and this is the reason you watch it. Of course, Strange Brew. We like Strange Brew, right?
Yeah, we do.
Have you watched Goon?
No, I have not. I've heard so many good things about it.
Such a great fucking
It's
movie.
in my queue. I just need to get around to doing it because I know I need to do it.
Absolutely worth it, especially because it's an easy movie to get into. Because, excuse me for making this a big point, because of the violence. The violence is almost, and I use this
It's Canadian violence, right?
Well, I mean, it's like...
Well, it's hockey, so...
It's almost Kung Pao.
No.
Not Shaolin soccer, but something similar to that. Like it's almost to the point where the actual violence is so over the top.
It's just comedic.
That it's funny. Yeah.
Nice.
Because he's just sitting in the stands, and a guy, he like yells at a guy, and the guy rushes up to him in his full hockey regalia and goes to headbutt him, and our hero Stifler, or whatever his real name
is, Stifler.
smashes through his helmet. It shatters everywhere, and he just like beats the shit out of the guy in like a couple seconds.
And so he becomes like a hockey star because he's the best fighter.
Because he's the best fighter. Because he's a goon. He's the guy who like
he's just a goon. Yeah.
Which actually like explained a lot of things about hockey that I didn't understand. Like of course how the violence is legal and how it actually has
and encouraged.
It's like a very offensive way, like offensive in the sports, not an offensive movie, but
as an offense.
As offense, yeah. In order to take certain players out, to level the playing field. Neat. It's neat to me. Whatever.
It's also a way to enjoy hockey.
Yes.
You have an excuse to get drunk. You make sure their job is to start fights.
Right.
Otherwise, the sport is unbearable.
Especially if there's a poutine girl walking around. But yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think we should...
I'm glad you waited until I did not put a sip in my mouth. Because I would have gone all everywhere.
Poutine girl. That's our safe word.
That's hot, man. Actually, we should do that with DrunkCast. We should have a poutine girl just walk around the audience.
Yeah. Or had enough fries and cheese.
It's part of our entourage.
Good poutine is good poutine. Have you had good poutine?
I've never had good poutine, no.
It is great. Good poutine is great.
Okay.
Bad poutine is like, it's a KFC sadness bowl. A good poutine...
Well, doesn't KFC serve poutine in Canada?
In Canada, yeah, only. Yeah. Because they just remove
they have poutine sadness bowls already?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Well, they remove the mashed potatoes and add fries instead. And
why would you do that?
Same crappy gravy.
The potatoes are the best part of the sadness bowl.
Right. It's unfortunate.
I know, I've cried in them on endless occasions. They're like sup little pillows.
This is what my life
tears.
is worth. Yeah.
Oh, Patton Oswalt.
Salty mashed potatoes. All right, so it looks like we're going to get close to something. Third segment, we have a little bit more to cover. I want to have enough time to be able to do it. So we're going to go ahead and shut this off.
Okay.
And we'll finish up with our fourth segment.
And hopefully we'll be catching the countdown and the festivities.
As soon as we can. Anyway, we love you. We'll be back.
Hey.
Break.
Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody.
Yeah!
I think we're getting close to the actual events, as you can probably see from this footage if you're watching the video.
And you can probably hear from the noise behind us.
Noise behind us.
Or noise around us, in front of, surrounding us.
Surrounding us, inside of us.
Hello, can everybody hear me?
And we have an announcement.
There we go.
Watch out for my microphone cord, people. Can't you see that black cord in the middle of the night? Neither can I. Well, this is going to be difficult. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, she got a shotgun too.
Everybody
Nice.
prep? Can somebody prep me? Can somebody prep me? Shit. Hold on. Hold on. I just realized I'm holding on to one hand. All righty. Does everybody have their beer? Is everybody having fun? Thank you all for attending the Jackalope's best party ever. You guys made it happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
The silence of accomplishment, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, for those who were not here and did not see it, I'm surprised actually by the lack of suds everywhere. Well done, everybody.
Lots of people. We might have made history, ladies and gentlemen. We might have made history tonight.
So there you go. That was it. So
If
2.5
you're watching-
hours of waiting for 6 seconds.
Let's say positive.
Fun. It's kind of like having sex,
We've
right?
been hanging out. Yes, yes. That's right. The way I do it.
Yeah, the right way.
Yeah, yeah. You know, the thing about having sex the right way is it doesn't matter how long you've done it.
It's just how messy
As
it
long
is.
as it happened.
Oh.
Right? No, as long as it's messy. As long as someone used a knife or a key.
To first, you got to stab it first before you open it, right?
Yeah, you gotta poke it before you soaked it.
That's how the vagina works.
Ah, yes.
Oh. So it's so much clearer to me now.
That wound up being pretty awesome. I'm hoping that people enjoyed their time here. And honestly, if you're watching this, you're listening to this, it's a bummer you didn't show up.
I haven't seen anyone throw up yet.
Yeah, no.
And no suds.
So far, so good.
A lot of pros in the house.
No suds. No.
It's a sudless.
Ain't my suds,
A
ain't my
sudless
problem.
endeavor. That's not an exit or a bathroom. You can't go that way. Turn around. There you go.
We're done. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Pretty good turnout, pretty good everything.
So segment 4, there it is.
Segment 4. Yeah. So, I guess let's go ahead and say we're at 42 minutes, I guess, so far.
Yeah, reading fist bumps from the audience.
Can't read it, it's too bright.
I think it says Mazel Tov on his fist.
Mazel Tov?
Yeah.
Let me find out real quick. Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, there it is.
Love Guru. That's what it says. Oh, it's a Mike Myers fan. So for those who didn't see that, because I don't think the camera angle
Said
caught
Lone
that,
Star.
we just got a guy like fist bumping us in the camera with stuff written upon his knuckles.
Upon thy knuckles.
And
Will States.
I thought it said Love Guru.
Oh, sure.
Because who doesn't like that movie?
Same letter.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
but
Love
Lone Star, the
Guru.
Lone Star fan. And a lot of these people are Lone Star fans, enjoying themselves, having a great time.
You can tell by the hipster mustaches.
Of course, yeah.
And I believe that guy is wearing an inflatable backpack, like for like.
Oh, that's
No, that's Vanessa Stray.
Dylan. That's Bar Dylan.
Oh.
Hey, are you guys on the internet right now?
Almost. In a couple days. So, time for us host.
Yeah. It's a pretty short one, huh?
What did you learn tonight?
What did I learn is
Positivity.
the waiting's the hard. Yeah, there. Love
Yeah,
Guru right
there we go.
There he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
What did you learn tonight, Dylan?
That people don't know the bathroom is not across the camera.
People will move anywhere they want because they think they should be there. Right.
Yeah. That's what we learned. We learned that people don't care.
Yeah.
Honey badgers don't care.
They don't give a shit.
No, they don't.
They don't give a shit.
Is that how it's said? The chat.
Chat. Yeah, some of that. I mean, not to be too homophobic.
Badger phobic.
Well, I think I've had a good time. I hope you had a good time, Dylan.
Yeah.
He had a good time.
It's a good time. Yeah. Everyone has a good time.
Yeah.
But now it's definitely the point in the evening where it's becoming too crazy around here.
Well, they'll start to spread away because now that the festivities are finished, now it's just going to be a regular night at the Jackalope. And honestly, regular night at the Jackalope is also a lot of fun.
It's still a good night.
Yeah, so if you're listening to this and you're in the Austin area, please come by the Jackalope, check it out.
Yep.
Say hi to any of the waitresses or any of the bartenders.
Especially Andrea.
Especially Andrea.
Best bartender
because she's the dopest.
Just tell her DrunkCast sent you.
Yeah.
She won't give you anything special, but she'll appreciate it.
Well, she might. No, she'll appreciate it. So anyway.
All right.
If you like the show, if you want to know more about it, you can go to DrunkCastLive.com. That's DrunkCastLive.com. You can do a search for DrunkCast Live on Google or Bing or
Facebook. Twitter.
Yeah, Facebook.com/DrunkCastLive. And go to @DrunkCastLive on Twitter. You can look us up on iTunes. You can look us on the Zune store. Oh yeah. Honestly, full disclosure, I don't know if we're there anymore because it's impossible to know.
No one even knows that the Zune store even exists anymore.
Only
honestly.
Zune owners or only Microsoft Windows Phone owners.
Well, if you were one of those 4 people who owns Microsoft
Magical
product,
people.
you should
Yeah.
call 412-768.
412-440-7468. That's 412-440-SHOTS. And leave us a voicemail. Tell us how much you love your Windows Phone.
Tell us that you own a Windows phone.
And questions at DrunkCastLive.com.
And officially, cheers to the evening.
Cheers.
Yay, we did it.
Great time.
Hey.
Thank you, Lone Star, for helping us do this. And, of course,
And that guy. Yeah, Love Guru. Yeah.
Lone Star Tongue.
Yeah.
Dylan, thank you so much for helping me set this thing up
Okay.
and dealing with all this.
Yeah, hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us so much, and please, DrunkCast, YouTube.com/DrunkCastLive.
Yeah.
If you want to know more, you can subscribe in a link somewhere around here, somewhere. So We love you, and good night.
Bye.
DrunkCast Live is a podcast that's recorded live around bars and drinks, but we do drink and podcast responsibly, and we hope you do too. Please come check out more about the show at DrunkCastLive.com and go to Facebook.com/DrunkCastLive or Twitter.com/DrunkCastLive.